So Halloween did pretty good over the weekend, grabbing 50.4 million. Probably would have made a lot more if it wasn't also available on Peacock day and date. So that also means that piracy for the movie is probably really bad, because now you've got 4K copies available online. So it's amazing that it made 50 million. I think it could probably hit 100. And given that these movies barely get any advertising and are really cheap to make, that's a pretty good turnout. I haven't seen it yet. I hear really mixed things on this movie. I hear a lot of people saying it's good and a lot of people saying it's terrible. So I don't know. I think it sounds good. I mean, isn't he just like slicing people up in this movie? I mean, what more do you want from a Michael Myers movie, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I like Michael Myers. I'll probably watch it. From what I understand, Jamie Lee Curtis has been trying to say that it's like it has all these woke talking points. But the people I've talked to that I trust say that that message really isn't in this movie. The sequel to this movie, Halloween Ends, sounds like it's going to have it. So maybe I'll stay away from that one. But for the most part, I hear mixed things on this. And honestly, that sounds like a standard Halloween movie. So the reason I wanted to make this video was to, one, laugh at James Bond again, because this movie dethroned it in its lackluster outing that it had last weekend. So James Bond is a failure. No Time to Die is a failure. Don't forget that No Time to Die needs to make like $900 million. That's not going to happen. So James Bond franchise in a little bit of trouble. I can't wait to see the next James Bond, though. I imagine they're going to go total woke with the casting. Should be fun to talk about. The second reason I wanted to make this is because there was a dud, a little bit of a thud, actually, at the box office. A dud, and it made a thud. And that is The Last Duel. What is The Last Duel? You might not know because, well, nobody seemed to care about it. Last Duel got very little advertising. It's a Ridley Scott movie. It's very mixed. The guy will make Gladiator, which is an amazing film, and then he'll turn around and make Prometheus, which is a shit film. And so he's inconsistent, right? Last Duel. This is going back to like the Ridley Scott success formula. It's a time period piece, right? It's basically the last trial by combat. On the surface, sounds like a good movie. Maybe it is a good movie. I didn't see it. For one, the marketing turned me off to it. I want to take you down a trail of woke marketing here for this movie, okay? Why did this movie do bad? Well, it's probably because of headlines like this. CBR.com, The Last Duel mixes Rashomon, medieval times, and toxic masculinity. And it works. That's a pretty cringy headline for a review, right? So the critics are loving it. They're loving it. It doesn't stop here. I don't just have one. I have several just like this. This is from the Washington Post. Beneath the chainmail and bad hair, The Last Duel is a movie about mansplaining and toxic masculinity. Does anybody want to see this movie yet? Are you excited yet? Okay, let's take it more. I have more than two. Here's from Awards Radar. Film review. The Last Duel mixes a critique of misogyny with period action. Okay? You excited yet? Please be excited, because I have another one. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon say The Last Duel is a feminist movie. What are you doing? What are you doing? So they're not helping the movie sell. They're not helping it sell, right? This turns people off. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I got more. This one's the best, though, because it's actually Ben Affleck and Matt Damon saying it, not critics. Critics are also saying it, but I'm saying that these two are the ones saying this right here, and that's why this one is really funny. We have from the Inlander, 14th century knights succumb to toxic masculinity in the Last Duel. Wow. That's exactly what I want to go watch right now. I want to watch knights succumb to toxic masculinity. Got one more. It's from the Seahawk. The Last Duel tackles 14th century gender roles in an intensely captivating and brutal historical drama. And what was the result of all those headlines? Well, a $4.8 million box office. Now, what I find really funny about this is there's several articles now talking about, well, now we can't get 35-year-old and up people to come to the theaters anymore. That's not true. A lot of people have been going to the theaters. Last week, you know what they said? James Bond was making its money on older moviegoers. That was the majority of the people going to see that movie were people 35 and up. But now this week, this movie bombs, and well, now it's a sign that older audiences don't want to go to the theaters. No. You know why that movie did terribly? Well, for one, I mean, you've got a million headlines saying the movie's about gender, misogyny, mansplaining, toxic masculinity. Maybe people just didn't want to go watch some bullshit like that. It's never the movie. There's always an excuse to why, like, woke movies don't work. And to be fair, I didn't see this movie. I don't know if it's woke. But you've got all these critics saying this, and you've even got Ben Affleck and Matt Damon saying this. So why wouldn't I think the movie's woke? This turned me off from going to see the movie. Now, originally, I saw the trailer for this movie. I don't remember when. Over the summer, I went to see something. I can't remember what it was. And they showed the trailer for this movie. I go, that looks pretty cool. I'll check that out. And then I started seeing all these headlines saying that the movie's this and that. It's like, well, I'm out. I'm not going to go to the movies and watch this shit. Sit down and watch some 2.5-hour movie about knights dueling over feminist values. I'm good, man. And I don't think I'm the only one judging that this movie is a spectacular train wreck. And by the way, according to that little quote there, that movie cost $100 million to make. So not only is it this is a huge disaster. I don't know when they're going to learn that doing this kind of marketing sometimes will backfire in their face. I mean, for a big Marvel movie, I think it's pretty standard and on the record. Now you can do what you can do and say whatever the hell you want, and people are gonna go see it. But when you have a movie like this that actually has to sell itself using this kind of marketing, not the best idea. Just saying. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.